and welcome back to Through the Lens. Hi, I'm Maddie, and each month I share tips and tricks on mastering product photography, all using a phone camera. My idea for this month's episode came while I was recording last month's episode, and if you haven't seen that, you can go check it out on promojournal.com. Last month I talked all about shooting outside and shooting in shade versus in the sunlight. And while I was creating and editing the final images that I shared in that video, I did a lot of editing to the color of the photo. So I thought that would be a great thing to share about how much you can manipulate and edit colors in your product photos. You may not realize just how much you can adjust and edit colors in your photos, and last month's pictures were a perfect example of that. When I shot these product photos last month, I chose to use a yellow backdrop because of the yellowish tint of the perfume. But after taking the photos, I realized the color wasn't really showing up how I wanted it to in the photos. In real life, the backdrop is a super nice, buttery yellow color. But in my photos, for some reason, it was coming out super neon yellow or even neon green looking. I think part of the reason it was coming out sort of green was because I was shooting right next to the outside of my house, which is green. So I think it was kind of reflecting onto that yellow backdrop. Most people would probably look at these initial photos and say, I cannot use these, but I'm here to show you today that you can easily fix these using some editing. I use the Lightroom mobile app to edit all of my photos, personally and professionally. It is the best app for editing, and you can really edit and manipulate the colors a lot. First, I adjusted the basics of the photo, exposure, contrast, highlights, and shadows to get it to a spot that I liked. Then onto the colors. In Lightroom, you can start with adjusting the white balance by making the photo cooler or warmer or adding more or less tint. But where the real magic happens is in the color mix tab. Here, you can adjust each color in the photo individually by hue, saturation, and luminance. For this photo, I focused on adjusting the yellow, but also on adjusting the greens because of the green that was coming through in this yellow background. As you can see, all I did was play around with these sliders until I was happy with the color of the background, and voila. Learning to edit in Lightroom is really just a lot of trial and error and learning what the different slides and tabs do. Anyone can do it. As you can see, I completely changed and altered the color of this yellow background just by editing, and it looks so much better than before. By adjusting just a few simple sliders in the Lightroom app, you are able to completely save this unflattering neon-looking photo. And remember, this photo was taken on my phone, not using any camera equipment. So don't fret the next time you take a photo and the colors don't look exactly as they do to your eye. You can always edit. Thank you so much for tuning into this month's episode, and I hope this tip helps you the next time you are looking through the lens.